So this is how to set up your new kiteboard. The things that you're going to need are your foot pads. These are left and right, and they take into account the arch of your foot, your heel and your toes, and they go this way around. So these are called the foot pads. They protect your feet from impact when you land on the board. Then you need your screw set, and then you need your foot straps. These vary from one make to another, and these are also left and right. The wider bit should be on the inside, the narrower bit on the outside. These are also labelled up left and right, so pretty simple. On these Crazyfly Binary bindings, you can set them up with these tongues, and the tongues want to face forward like this. This takes into account the slope of your foot as you put it in. So let's go into that with a little bit more detail. So I'm just going to bring you down a little bit. So the way that these are set out is with a little bit of kind of what they call duck stance. So when you jump forward, you probably notice that your feet don't land completely straight like that. You usually land with a little bit of splaying out like that. You can alter the position of these foot pads by having them narrower, medium or wide stance. We tend to go for the middle in terms of you know, for a school board and that sort of thing. So yeah, these can either take 6-inch centres, which is like your wake boots and that sort of thing, or you can go with the hexa bindings, which will go from centre to centre. On wake boots or these all-round or binary straps, they tend to go, they skip one, so you can go here or here. That doesn't make much sense, but literally on this one it's on the end, and on this one it's on the middle one. So it's a narrower, narrower spacing than on the hexa bindings. Hope that makes sense. Doesn't really matter too much. You just put them where you like. You can alter how much duck stance you've got by moving them around like this. Just get them to a comfortable place. You can stand on the board on the carpet or whatever. Just get them to a comfortable place where they feel comfortable. Get your screws out. Now this is quite an important thing. Make sure that your screwdriver fits really, really snugly without any movement in the screw. Okay, it's really important. And also make sure that you don't cross thread the inserts, otherwise you can really, really damage your board, almost to an irreparable sort of level. So here are the tongues. Remember to make them face forwards like this, and then just going to put that down there. Make sure that it's pushed flat, and then really slowly just do them up really lightly. So you're not going to snug these up yet. I really never recommend using any power tools on a kiteboard, ever. If you've got one of those kind of impact drivers and that sort of thing, don't put it anywhere near your board. You can wreck a board in seconds, and obviously they're quite expensive, so you don't want to do that. So I've got these in a position that I like. So I'm just going to snug them down. You can put thread lock on these if you don't want to take your board apart very often. I'd actually recommend that as well. They can jiggle loose, and you really don't want to over tighten these. Just snug them up. Sometimes they have thread lock on them from factory, so you see a little bit of blue on here. These ones don't. It's kind of a little inconsistent actually. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. So that's great. Then you just open up the binding like so, thread that through there and through there, and that is it. For adjustment, you open this up and go in and out, then lock it back up. The binary bindings are really good. The hexa bindings are also very good and very comfortable, but they're a lot harder to change the size on the fly. So we use these in the kite school for, you know, really quick adjustment. You repeat that on the other side. In terms of fins, these are also left and right sided. What you want is the writing on the outside of the board and then the pointy bit pointing to the middle of the board, because as you ride the water goes through this way. Okay, again, get the correct size of screwdriver. Make sure that there's no movement in the screw whatsoever. Don't use power tools. And that fits really well. And then what you can do is push the fin up to the underside of the board, making sure that you get the screw in the hole. And then just make sure that you screw down straight, don't cross thread these. If there's any resistance, back off, because that probably means that you're not going in straight. It should go in nice and easy without any resistance. And then again, don't over tighten these, just snug them up. After the first couple of goes on your board, go back and check all the screws, okay? So just snug them all up again. There tends to be a little bit of bedding in period for your fixtures on your board. Okay, hope this has helped. And any questions, put them in the comments and we'll make another video. See you on the water.